Okay, so today we're going to be making a cute little miniature folder, and it's going to be, you could use it as an embellishment in a junk journal, and we're going to be using wallpaper, cloth wallpaper that is like faux leather, and one that is textured, kind of like a faux grass cloth. So it's a cloth material here on the back, and vinyl, I don't know exactly because there's no manufacturing information. And then this one, I've already made it up, and so this, as you can see, the texture here is kind of like a faux ostrich skin. So it's vinyl cloth material, so no animals were harmed for making any of these products. So these are the best ones to buy. So we might like the look of the actual real thing, but we don't want to harm anything to achieve it. So that's what these companies have done. So this is a very nice cloth, vinyl texture. So these are available for you to purchase to make your own covers or embellishments, and it comes in an 18 by 18 inch piece. These are $5 each, and I sell them in a set. So it's one of each, 18 by 18 for $10. So they're $5 each. Now, if you wanted to purchase, I don't know why you would need more of it, but if anyone would like to purchase, like maybe half a yard or a yard, I would, you can contact me and I can give you the price on that. This is very expensive, exclusive wall covering, and it actually went into a very high-end resort here in Central Florida by one of the theme parks, but I won't mention the theme park. So, and it was my brother-in-law who actually installed these, because my husband and him are actually very expert in the wallpaper field. So they've been doing work for the resorts at the theme parks for decades. And anyway, so he just finished a job for them at one of the resorts, and he gave me the leftovers. He was so kind to do that. So now all I did with this to make it, I mean, you could do it in a straight journal cover, an album cover. I'm just making these mini projects just to show you how versatile it is. So on this one, I've cut it just a little bit bigger than what I did here. So as you can see, I put embellishments down the front on this side, some lace and crochet trim, and then some little papers. I made this cute little hidden, well, it's not really hidden because you can tell it's a paper clip, but altered paper clip is what these are called. Cute little bead thing that I put on there. And then on the inside, I just put fabric, and I stitched it on the machine, as you can see here. And then I made a fabric pocket and did the same thing and just embellished this with lace and vintage lace and trim. Now, I decided to leave this open as one big pocket, but as you can see, I've folded it in a tri-fold shape. And then this little thing here, I sewed it underneath of the fabric here, so it's actually behind that one there. So it's just on one side that you needed to sew it, and then of course that can come off, and then this just wraps around there like that and tucks in here. Isn't that cute? And then you have your little paper clip, and it just slides on right up here at the top. So just another cute little embellishment that I made for this. So this is in my stash, and I don't know what I'll do with it, but one day I might list it in my Etsy shop or give it as a giveaway. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, but I just hang on to these because I hang on to them as a prototype, so that when I want to make new things, then I know what to do and how to make them and what I did. Isn't this cute, adorable? Just love that paper clip. Okay, so today we're going to do this same style, and I'm just using a regular old pair of scissors to show you how easy it is to cut this. And I already have all of my embellishments ready to go that I want to use for this. So I'm just going to fold this over and crease it like this so that I can give myself an idea of where I wanted to cut this. And because it's lined stripes, then you can just follow one of the stripes on here, and then you will make sure that you can cut it in a straight line. Now, if you have extra strength, which you would need to use your ruler and one of those X-Acto knives, and of course you would want to use a protective mat. So now I have this whole piece left over. And again, like I said, now I could just take this and I could line it here with a piece of cardboard and, you know, fold this over, you know, that whole thing to make a cover out of it. But I'm doing it a little bit differently. So now as I'm looking at this, I can see that it's not exactly straight here. So I'm going to get my ruler, and then I can measure to make sure I know what I'm... Okay, so this is 4 3/4, and this is 4 1/2. That's what I thought. So somewhere along the line, it got out of whack. Okay, so 4 1/2 there. Okay, so right about here, so on this gold line, see how beautiful it is? So when you have this kind of lined stripes, all you need to do is cut it on those lines. And then you can get it pretty well even. So let's see if that made this end 4 1/2 now, or do I need to still cut it? Okay, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Beautiful. Perfect. That was easy. I like it when I can do it easily. All right, so then what I'm going to do here, let me open up my little prototype for you again. Take off the little paper clip. We are definitely going to make a paper clip as well. And so I wanted to show you these because I have it in my Etsy shop, and I want to be able to have people purchase them so they can use this as a beautiful, 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 beautiful texture. And so, I mean, masculine all the way, or very, you know, boho feminine, whichever way you want to take this. I'm going to take it the boho feminine route. And I may make one of these for my son-in-law and my husband as well. So now this is what I picked out for all of the embellishments. And I wanted it to go with this gold in here, and then the darker, staying away from that red. I don't really have that much in this burgundy kind of a color, wine color, whatever. And then this color here, as you can see, that's a little bit darker, but still like in the deep maroon is what I would call that. And then your gold, and then the burgundy, okay? All right, so that's what we had to do for this. Okay, so we need to turn it over this way so that we can see what we're doing. So the first step is this background fabric. So we want to take and put this, and I purchased this, let me see which way, yeah, I'm going to have to shorten it to match this. I purchased these from Linda Coker. She's my friend, and we're partners in our Facebook group. We're just collaborator friends, crafting friends. I'm going to use the pinking shears on this, I think, I don't know, should I use the pinking shears? No, I'm going to keep them instead. So she has an Etsy shop, and you can check out her channel here on YouTube. I have it in my description on all my videos. And I don't know, do I need to save that for anything? Put it over there. Maybe the hidden paper clip. See, that'd be a good place. That'd be a good opportunity to use that. All right, now we need the sharp scissors. These are a dull pair, but that's perfect for going through that thicker wallpaper cloth. Okay, so I just wanted to get that fuzzy thing off of there. And I got that pack out today, and I said, you know, I'm pretty sure that in that pack of stuff that I purchased from Linda, and it was just random. She doesn't have these in her shop right at the present, but she just moved and she's relocated, and so she's unpacking her crafting supplies still, but I'm sure she'll put this back in her shop, and then you could purchase a pack. It was absolutely fantastic deal. I don't know if she's offering the big set like I purchased, or if she'll just have smaller sets available, but it's a fantastic assortment and a fantastic price. It was came in a priority mail flat rate large box. So, I mean, you really got your money's worth out of that. So these two, oh yeah, look, there's a lighter side and then the darker side. I want the darker side. So am I on the darker side or am I on the lighter side? I got to flip this over. Okay, yeah, I'm on the darker side. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so I'm going to put it all together and then I'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew it, and then I'll come back. So this first layer I stitched on the sewing machine. Okay, and this is how easy this is to do. You don't have to go through, somehow this looks a little, just a wee bit right there is not straight. Okay. You know, your eye gets trained for what is straight and what isn't, and when you can see that we do this so often, we know when it's not straight. Okay, so that was the first step. The second step is to make this next fabric pocket. So what I'm doing with that is this piece here, and just beautiful. Isn't this gorgeous? But what I will do with this now is I'm going to get a piece of muslin, and then I'm going to sew this because it's so thin and delicate. So we're going to sew that onto the muslin, and then the muslin will be the back pocket. This will be the embellishment like this on the front of that piece of muslin. So let me get that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have all of the pieces picked out. I found the muslin, and now I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to make a 3-inch pocket. So I'm going to first fold this under at the bottom and make a clean little edge there. Then I will fold this down to 3 inches, and then this piece here will be stitched on top of that. So I'll be right back, and then all of that will be stitched together, and that will make that inside piece that looks lovely just like this. And now this piece here, okay, I did stitch top stitch of it here and top stitched here on both ends, and then I just glued everything else in the middle. So there's no stitching that you can see on any of this here, so it was just on the 2 ends. And then this strap, I'll have to have a strap piece ready. So now I'm going to just look in my stash of what I might have that will look cool with this color. So now I do have a red. Let's see if it is the right thing and if it will actually be able to tie, because this is really, look at this, it's so cool. So that is not going to be the right thing, because this is very, very, very decorative. So that won't be able to tie. I do have just plain red seam binding. Let me see if I can get the seam binding. Let's see, but it's a wider one. You see that? I guess the wide width would be all right. I don't know. Let me look and see. Do I have one that is narrow? Okay, what is this here? Ooh, that's pretty. Let's see. Ooh, that would be a better color. Ah, yeah. Much better. Okay, good. Very good. Yep, from my little vintage stash. All right, there. Now we have it. So we have our seam binding. All right, and then this piece here, let me see how long. You may not necessarily have to go as long as I did on this one. I don't think you need to wrap it around 50 times. Okay, let's see. More or less, probably 25 inches on that, but I think I will go down to, let's see here. All right, so let's close it up. All right, so once, twice. Okay, so here, twice would be fine. And then this piece, or let's go a third, and then in the back, Okay, so then, yeah, so then you're going to take off, let me see. If I take 6 inches, yep, take 6 inches off of that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So we're only going to cut it now to be, all right, so from here to there. All right, so we're looking at 19 inches. Yeah, so we're going to cut a piece that's going to be 19 inches for our strap, the closure tie piece. Okay, so let me go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, now here we go. So this one I'm only going to fold it in half. So isn't that beautiful? And then here's the pocket. And so now what I was thinking I could do, which has just come to me like in a flash, is make a signature, put it right down the center here, and then there will be a pocket here and a pocket here, because once I stitch it, now it's a miniature little journal that will be stitched. So then this pocket will be here, this pocket will be here, and I think that's what I'm going to do with it. It just seemed like the perfect idea. But I can still go ahead and embellish the front, so we'll do that first, and then we'll start playing around and we'll make a little journal to go inside of it. So this is our mini journal. I'm so excited. Okay, so first of all, I had these solid pieces. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Okay, and then this one here is going to go right here across like this. Isn't that pretty? Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, and I'm trying to line up that trim just a wee bit. Okay, let's see if that end is any better. Oh, where's the scissors? Okay, it's just a little tiny smidgen uneven. Okay, something else I wanted to show you. I discovered this the other day. That both of these have this wire stuff inside of it. Did you know that you can pull that out just like that? I did not know that. I don't know, would I need that for anything? Let's hang on to that. And then you do the same thing here. You just see that little bit of the wire. Now I did this on another one, and it was actually plastic. Oh, I need something to grab hold of that with. Let's see if I can do it with this without cutting it. I need it to pull it out. Aha, thank you. Okay, so now you get rid of the wire, and you can sew it on your sewing machine or glue it beautifully. Isn't that just wonderful to know? I figured that out the other day, and I was so excited to know that. So I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. Okay, so now this one, oh, every time I lay it down, it's not even. Cut it again. So that must have trimmed one end and forgot to trim the other end. Okay, so now we're going to lay that piece like that. All right, that I think is just perfect, absolutely beautiful. And then this piece is going to come in here. So I think maybe like that. And then I have this beautiful ornate button. And I'm thinking it's going to come here, or maybe it can come over here on this solid piece there. And or maybe this can go here, maybe this can go up here. Just still playing around trying to figure it out. Okay, so now you have to think about it too. Okay, so which end, okay, so this end, move these pieces off of there. Okay, so the pocket, we have to keep the pocket in mind. All right, so when we close it, so this is the front. So always keep that in mind. You have to keep your directions going in the right direction. Okay. That piece, okay, so now we have it. So the strap, and then of course that piece will be trimmed off. then it wraps around, and then I can actually go around it again, and then loop it underneath of here, like that. Okay, so now there's the closure. Okay, so we got that part figured out. All right, so now thinking about that. Okay, so I just wanted to get that figured out. Okay, so now let's open it back up. So the inside is done. I want these to go on an angle like this. Kind of a thing. So bring that one over, bring this one over. And it's okay that they hang off the tops edges like that. It's perfectly okay. Alright, so that is going to go like this. Make sure I'm getting that right there. Okay, so then this one, I want to see where I'm trimming it. Make sure I'm trimming it perfect. Of course, that can be saved and used. Something. Alright, now we're going to come back in here with this piece. Maybe come here. Maybe come here. Maybe go up there with this piece. Okay, and this button. Maybe the button can go right there. Let's see if that would go there better. Okay, I like that there better. And then maybe the button right there. Okay, so I like that. So that will be that. So then this will all wrap around. You saw how we did that. Okay, so now I am going to just glue all of this down. So the only thing that I'm going to sew, like I showed you before, was just this end here is going to be stitched, and then this end here is going to be stitched. But everything else is going to be glued into place. So let me remove these. Okay, and then I will come back when I get that done. Alrighty, coming along so nicely. Look at what this is looking like now. Oh, just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. I love it. So what I did is I glued these on. I stitched the end of here and end of here, and then I glued this on. Isn't that beautiful? And then I added this eyelash trim in the middle, and I put a little dab of glue right there, and I left the strings left over from stitching hanging off of there because I just love that look. Oh, just beautiful. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to make the signature. So this is going to be beautiful. So if you notice here, this I've not done anything with, nothing hard so that I can go through my sewing machine. This book page is the ideal size for the signature. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I've already marked a line here, and I'm going to just trim it right here, which is basically along that line. That white space doesn't need to be there. Okay, and then now we can open it up and we can see that, yep, it fits perfectly right inside. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I will use that page as my guide to trim down all of these other pages. So this is what I've chosen to go inside for the signatures. I have one vintage recipe book page that's going to go in, and I have this beautiful antique looking paper that I purchased off of Amazon, so that's going to go in, and then this other one, that's going to go in, and then this plain solid white, which I am going to tea dye it in a moment, so I have to go to the kitchen because I already have tea left over that I have made from another tea dyeing episode. And what I do to make it quickly dry is I put my ceiling fan on in the kitchen, and I just put some weight on either corner of the paper, and that holds it into place. And I mean within just a few minutes, because this is kids art paper, so it's heavier than copy paper. You know, it's not your regular printer copy paper. It's heavier art paper, so it has a nice texture to it. I really like it. And then when you tea dye it, it comes out beautifully. When I did my anniversary gift for my daughter and son-in-law, they loved the tea dye paper in that. And then, so that will be tea dyed. And then here is a vintage map. Vintage book map. Vintage map book page? I don't know. How do you say it? Vintage book map page. A vintage book page from a map, okay? Atlas, whatever. Okay, so it says California on that side, and it has a tree, mammoth sequoia, found in the western slopes of Sierra Nevada mountain range, and this is in Yosemite National Park. So this is definitely, look at that, vintage, 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 and I don't even remember now what year this book was, but I know it was like in the 60s or somewhere around there. So now, but look at this. So this itty bitty little book page, these have to be cut down to this size. So now what I'm looking at here is, okay, the solid pieces really don't matter. This piece here, I may want to do it like that, but if I want to try, it looks like I could probably get two. Let me see if I fold this over, can I really truly, nope. Okay, yep, so I'll have to cut it down, okay. I love this. Oh, I could go this direction with it as well. All right, so if I went that direction, it's still going to go, oh no, that would be the right way. Oh, perfect. Okay, yes, we're going to go this direction, and then when I sew it, now it would be, I can get more than one out of it. Okay, there you see. See, when the little gray cells start to work. Okay, and then just trim off that end. And then, like I said, I take it over to the sewing machine, and we're going to sew the signature right into our little book. So then I can actually have two of those pages. So we're going to turn this way as well. So that gives me the most coverage from the paper. Okay, that looks like I've cut that a little bigger. So for those of you who may be brand new to this, I wanted you to see how easy it is to make signatures for your journals and how easy it is to make a journal. You don't have to go all, elaborate with this craziness of, making a 3 signature or 2 signature or whatever with, tons of pages. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's what I'm all about, is just keeping it simple. All right, so now let's see. All right, wait. It has to go this direction so that then, well, if I use this page, I think I'm going to save this page for an actual larger signature, larger journal. Then I could fold it like this, and then it would be, the whole page. I don't want to sacrifice that page. I love that. I love the history of things like that. Okay, little page. Okay, so we're gonna put him over here. We'll save him. Okay. I do want to use a map page though, so I'll get another map page. I will go. All right, so this gives me what? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then when you fold it in half like this, so now you have 8, and then front and back that gives you 16. Okay, so I will look through and pick out another, I'll have another book page, I'll get another recipe page, and then I'll have the tea-dyed page. And if I find any other unique, beautiful things, then I will add it to the signature as well. So I don't want it to be too much, for the sewing machine, so I have to keep it. This is really thin paper here. And this is not, even this layer with this layer here, and then the signature in the middle. This is from Emma, by the way, Jane Austen. Yeah. See, I think I could sew through it. We have a commercial sewing machine, so my husband could do it. So if I decided to go a little thicker, then we could definitely sew it on the commercial machine. All right. So while I'm doing this, let me go tea dye that. I'm gonna keep this on this side so it can all this glue can dry. I put a lot of glue underneath of this. So what I did with these two is I just put glue straight down the center. I didn't glue these flaps. I just left that free flowing. This I glued down, so this is holding this down. And then this being over the top of that. So it's not going to go anywhere. All right, so let me go tea dye this, and I will be back. All right, now let me show you what I've done in the little book. So Here we are. Isn't this beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So we started off with this textured rustic red wallpaper. You remember that? This is what it looked like right there. Okay. And then I decorated the front cover. I covered the inside so that you don't see the plain background of it. I have a pocket here and then a pocket in the back. Here. Okay. Then I sewed the signature in the middle using the commercial sewing machine. And let's count to see how many pages. Okay, so we have this thickness, which is the textured wallpaper, and then the cloth here. And then we have this double layer here of fabric. All right. So that's 4 layers right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So now that's 20 pages. Okay, so 10 on this side, 10 on this side. And as you can see, this is where I've already been spending a lot of the time decorating. And now, but when you count, excuse me, front and back, so now you have 40 pages for writing, okay? Or 40 pages, with pockets and things like that. Okay, so this one is still drying. I put the glue on this back side here. So on that vintage book page, so the solid papers I did not decorate because I want that to be where somebody can write. The book pages that already have writing on them, you can simply, if you want to, put a piece of white paper over the top of this or something like this, and if you wanted or needed to have more writing area. But what I chose to do was to just add decorative trim. So on this recipe page, I put the decorative fabric here on this edge. Didn't put anything on the back. And then on this solid piece, I just put lace down here on this side, just for interest. On the back of that piece, I put a little pocket. This is a botanical book page, and I laminated one side of that so that it made it sturdy. And then I glued it just a little bit here, and then I used the same wallpaper and I punched out a tag and a little scallop shape, so you can use that as you want, and you could put plain white paper on the back of these so that you could write on them. But I've left them plain just so that you can decide what you want to do with them. So I am going to have this one for sale in my Etsy shop. And then I have a little color of red vellum to match the color of the cover. I have a little Tim Holtz mini paper clip, and then this is the other book page. So then underneath of this, okay, so this is just held on with the paper clip, so you can use this however you would like to use it. Now I made a little journal spot again, and then I just took layers of fabric, kind of like when we do a snippet roll, and then I took the leftover pages from here and I made this little journal writing booklet. Okay, and then I just slip it underneath of here, and the paper clip holds it in place. And then over here on the back, okay, so this is the back of the book page. I made a little journal card. This was a recipe card, so this is an altered recipe card. And I just did a collage on it, did a little tab up here, stitched the tab, but I sewed it on the machine. Stapled it to the recipe card. Those little paper clips are actually very good. They're very sturdy. Okay, so here's my tea-dyed paper. Here's another one of those Amazon papers that I purchased off of Amazon. Here's the same little booklet idea, just smaller. Okay, then I took an envelope, junk mail envelope, and I usually decorate this up really ornate, but I didn't want to add all that bulk in here, so I've just left it very plain and simple. I will come in here with some ink to decorate that up. And then here's a pocket here, so I am going to put some things in there. And then here's another pocket here using the same paper that I used over here on the flap. Okay, so that's the flap of the envelope. And that was the recipe page. So this was the recipe page that I decorated that up. And so something will go into these two pockets, and then the other vintage paper that I got off Amazon. The book page. So on this book page, now what I'm going to do is, whoops, I made a snippet roll, and I'm going to actually put that over here, and then this button is going to be here. So it's just going to be for decorative purposes. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then over here on the back, I'll probably just put some kind of decorative image again. Here's the tea paper. Okay, now this is the center of the signature. And then over here, again, on this book page, I did the tag and the scallop on the book page. Left the solid. Okay, and then on this recipe page, I'll put some decorative element here. And then leaving the solid pages, I'll put a decorative element on this other book page and the other recipe page. And then that will be it. Okay, so now what I went through my stash, and I found this little booklet that I made from a book page. Very easy. You can do it from cardstock. So I have two styles to show you that I did. So this is a book page. This is all cardstock. So this one is probably, I'm thinking I'm going to put it into the back here in this pocket. Okay, so then that will have that, and then this has it. Okay, so then what's up here is the same thing made out of cardstock, and it's the same exact thing. So you take your piece of cardstock, which was a 12 by 12 piece, and then you fold it in a way, obviously, that you see here that makes pockets. So this one has been folded over, and then this one, and then this one, and then your pockets are here. Okay, you could have left this open and you have more pockets, but I didn't do that. I just have it here. Okay, so then this goes in the front, and then there's, like you say, pockets are all here, and then that gives me more opportunity to put little goodies in there, tags and whatnots that I'm going to make. And so this one back here is the same exact style, only using a book page. And these already have the tags that I've made and put in it. So this is what you can do also. This is a different style now. So this one, I have the top is open for the pockets. And then I cover the book page with this lined paper, which you can get that at, any store, those little notepads. And put little decorative elements. I stamped it. And then each pocket at the top, as you can see, is open. And then I just put tags in the top of each pocket. And then I tied it with some fabric. And so they all fit down in there really easy. Cute, 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 easy to do. All right, so that is going to go in this back pocket. So even still with all of that, you can see, because I just used the wallpaper and fabric, there was no cardboard put in this. There's no cardboard is needed. You do not need cardboard. And then here's the closure. So because that lace, obviously I use something that's flexible. That will go around, and then I'm going to just put another little hidden paper clip probably here, and that's going to be what keeps this held in place. Okay, so just wanted to show you that. So now the second one, I use the other wallpaper cloth. It's cloth, not paper, but still wallpaper. Wall covering, let's put it that way. Okay, so then this was the other one, and here's that beautiful faux ostrich skin look. This is vinyl. And then inside has a big pocket, but it's tri-folded. So then this one is going to fit in there, and then this comes around here, and then that will wrap it around. Okay, and then I'm going to fill this little booklet, the same thing that I just showed you. It's very easy to make. Okay, so now here's pockets here, here's pockets here, and here's pockets here. And then what I'm going to put inside of each of the pockets is from this paper pad that is the Prima brand. That's the same thing that you see that I used over here. Cotton Candy, I think, is the name of that. Let me look, see if I can grab it real quick. Let me see, what is the name of it? No. Okay, no. Dulce. Okay. D-U-L-C-E, Dulce. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or is that two E's? I can't even quite tell. No, I think it's a C. Okay, Dulce. All right. So I'm going to trim these down just a little bit so that it will fit. So it fits in the pocket here, but see it overlaps where it folds. And so I need to just trim it a little bit. So I will get my paper trimmer. And this has an edge here, so I can take a little smidgen off of there, a little smidgen off of there, and then I might have to take a little bit off the bottom. So I went through and I picked out colors that go with this theme that I used, and the pinks and the beautiful pastel blues, pastel pinks. Okay, so all of these will go into the pockets here. All right, so then this little will be a complete little kit. So then this journal will be also available in my Etsy shop. Just these two. I will not be making more. I want to be able to sell the wallpaper and let you make them. And you see the little hidden paper clip that comes with that one already. Cute little bead charm that I made putting on there. I want you to buy the wallpaper and you make these types of journals, or use it however you want to use it. You could just do it like I did and punch out shapes, however you want to do it. And it punched with my EK Success punch. I mean, so it's, even though it's a cloth, it's thin. It did it better, but you can see the fibers. You see the little fibers are coming out of there. Okay, so but it does work. It does punch. If you, I don't know what the die cutting machine. It will. You can run it right through there easily. I do have one of those as well, but I just used my punches that I had. And I wanted to test it to see. Now this cloth here, it would not punch through that, but it would go through a die cutting machine. So just keep that in mind. This is a little bit of a thicker fabric cloth, and this is more of, I don't even know what it is, but anyway, vinyl cloth. But you can see, so somehow it's like it has the fabric. You know, you can see all the weaving. You see all the weaving. So you see all the threading here. And I don't know how they did it, but this is a lovely, lovely texture. It's just like an embossed texture. So they did a fabulous job. All right, so I am going to finish decorating these up, but I just wanted to show you how this beautiful journal turned out using that wallpaper. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the decorative elements that you can put into yours, and gave you some ideas of how to decorate it, how to make them look beautiful and adorable. And so I hope this has inspired you. And once I have this one here completed, then finish up the little tags to go in that little booklet, then I will list these in my shop. So it'd be first come, first serve, and if you are interested and you want one of them, then send me a message on my Etsy shop, and I will reserve it for you. So I don't know yet what I'm going to price it at, but it's going to be something that you can't pass up. It will be affordable because I just, I have so many of these already, and I just want to let somebody else enjoy them as well. So thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video. We will be continuing in our altered recipe cards, making those into journaling cards. So we have 3 more to go, And so that'll be the next video. So thank you for being here. Keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.